Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. My name is Iggy, and right when you thought that things wouldn't get more petty, sure enough, they did. They did. They got more petty today. They got just about as petty as they are going to get. Well, I've said that before and I was wrong, so I won't be surprised if I'm wrong again. Because, yeah, it's gotten to the amount of petty. Speaking of, they're emailing me right now. Look at this. As I'm making the video, they email me. And you thought you were slick, Sergeant Benjamin. I figured you out. Now I know how the Israel Defense Forces Sergeant, now I know how he found me. Now I know how this dude is following me on Twitter, so to speak, or watching me, maybe a little bit of watching me. I don't know what he's exactly doing. For real, they shouldn't be worried about me at all. But the fact that I got 23 followers on Twitter, and 2 of them is Sergeant Benjamin Anthony, a sergeant in the Israel military, figured him out today. This is where he comes from. And as you can see, they just emailed me as I started this funny. So that's what we're going to be covering right now. The OK hand symbol, or as we call it, the 666. See, we don't call it OK hand symbol. To us, people who throw this up consistently worship the devil. They usually have something to do with the elites. They're usually on TV a lot or something like that. A lot of people talk like this, me including myself. You know what I mean? But now this is deemed a white nationalist, white supremacist, hateful hand sign, as well as drinking milk. So we'll go over that. But first, let me explain why I'm making a video. Okay, so some of you guys might have seen the live stream was up today. I went to do this at around 11 a.m., 12 p.m.ish, and I was downtown Pittsburgh, and it didn't let me. So it says that StreamYard was phishing and they found an infection, and now it still won't work. So let me just show you real quick, because it actually pops up right here. Okay, so see, this is my StreamYard little tab. It says infection detected. Okay, and then when I click it, it does this. Watch. Going slow. This might have something to do with why I was going slow the other night. This pops up. These 2 things pop up. This pops up. And this is what it says. Okay, so, before I'm get accused of e-bagging or something like that because of that, you know how they twist words. But I'm taking care of that. Won't be a live stream, obviously, with this. And like I told you guys a couple nights ago, I'm probably gonna be live streams gonna be hard for me to do for just the upcoming near future. But ain't no schedule, ain't no plan. We'll just go day by day and see what happens. I have to focus on stuff out here. A lot of stuff going on. So, but whew, man, just when you thought it didn't get pettier, man, it really did. It got pettier. Now, all of this begun with what the mainstream even calls a hoax. Okay, trolls started trolling the mainstream by doing this, and what they're trying to say is this is a W and this is a P. So they're trying to say this stands for white power. Okay, I can assure you that African Americans out here, the last thing, well, it's down on their list. Okay, white supremacists is like very, very low down on their list of what they're worried about in the world. I bet you before, at least before white, probably their number one thing, but definitely before a white nationalist or whatever they call these, all these weird names. I never even heard of that until as of recently. But you know, white supremacists, white nationalists, the things that they label them, I can assure you that probably every black person in America is more worried about our own government and the dirty liberals and socialists that are pushing this agenda, as well as the rest of them. All these politicians that are pushing this agenda, I bet you they're more worried about you guys than anyone throwing up a OK sign. Like, oh wow, this would be on petty, but you know, it's my duty here to raise awareness to what's going on and the agenda that these people are 100% pushing. This is 100% agenda. It doesn't even make sense. It doesn't even make sense the way they focus on Jews being attacked. And now let's get everything out in the open, clear the air real quick. Okay? Both of my sisters, we have the same mother, different dad. Both of my sisters have Jewish heritage in them. Okay? Not to mention my stepfather, who I see every day. Okay? My stepdad is Jewish. Okay? So before you try any of that, Sergeant Benjamin, or any of you ADL people, it's not going to work. Okay? I got Jewish in my family. I'm just not Jewish, but I have half family of Jewish. So I got no problem with Jews. Okay? I got a problem with the wicked, evil elites of the world that push fake agendas like this and try to get everyone else looking at white people all crazy. Like, man, it's crazy, man. I just hope, which I do think, most Americans see through this bullshit. Okay, most do. Even ones that ain't woke, they're not. Look, even ones that ain't woke know when they know these politicians, man. Okay, I'm not going to read all these articles for sure. I'm going to read the one from ADL. But I just want to point out that they even call it a hoax. Okay? The OK, when the trolls were trolling the mainstream media, they kept throwing up the OK symbol, however you want to do it, white, whatever. And sure enough, now it's outlawed or deemed hateful. Okay? We'll do one video about what, you know, in their words. Man, it's slow right now. It's really slow, man. Okay. The Anti-Defamation League has added a commonly used hand gesture signifying OK and dozens of other images to its database of hate symbols. I'm going to show you their database too, which is all just white people. The symbols have appeared at white supremacy events, including the Unite the Right rally in Charlottesville, Virginia. Some of the symbols were also painted on the guns used by Brenton Tarrant, the mass shooter who killed 51 people at the mosque in New Zealand. Even as extremists, hold on, time out. Just because that dude had that on there, which we're not even sure if that was a regular person or if that was an agenda staged. Well, not saying that no one passed away that day, but To me, when I watched the video of that dude, he was definitely militarily trained. The way he was holding his gun, shooting it down to his aim, all that. Now I know you can easily. I mean, it's not hard to learn that, and never being in the military. But let's just get that clear. We don't know. We're on the other side of the world. We don't know who was behind that. How, you know what I mean? All we know is it's being pushed by you guys in the mainstream as a white supremacist movement, act of hate. Okay, and I don't condone none of that. Okay, it was a disgusting thing. It was I feel bad for the families and people. I feel bad for people, but let's just get something clear. Just because he had it on his gun does not mean everyone that throws up an OK symbol or any of them symbols is a terrorist or anything like that. This doesn't mean that. Okay, this doesn't mean that, and it's never gonna mean that. Okay, and you guys are causing resistance. When you do dumb shit like this is what makes people want to resist, because people are getting sick of being pushed around and bullied by government. You know what I mean? I mean, that's what it comes down to. Even as extremists continue to use symbols that may be years or decades old, they regularly create new symbols, memes, and slogans to express their hateful statements, Jonathan Greenblatt, CEO of the Anti-Defamation League, said in a press release. We believe law enforcement and the public needs to be fully informed about the meaning of these images, which can serve as a first warning sign to the presence of haters in the community or school. So you know what? If that's all you're trying to do, then fine. Totally cool with it. Go ahead. Show them, say, hey, these possibly, if somebody's showing this sign, then they are possibly hateful towards Jews or black people or Mexicans or something like that. But make it clear that not everyone throwing this sign is hateful, and not every white Christian should be looked at like this. Okay? Make that clear too, ADL. You want to wake up people to that? Fine. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'll tell you, around here, and I'm from Pittsburgh, where you keep trying to point at the synagogue. You keep trying to use the Squirrel Hill synagogue shooting, Tree Life shooting, as some anchor. You keep trying to use it as leverage. All right? I'm from around here. We don't do none of this. None of this go down around here. I don't know who that dude was at that Jewish synagogue. You want to keep it a bean? I don't know who he was. I don't know how he got in that state of mind, because, man, everyone over there is friendly. You go in that neighborhood, you're friendly with them. They come in our neighborhoods, we're friendly with them. Okay? There is none of that. We're diverse around here, okay? All these symbols you're just showing, I don't ever see none of them in my city. The only symbols I see, when we keep it all the way 100, is gang signs. But you ain't showing none of them. No. No gang signs. None. Just signs that white people, or whatever they want to label these white people, throw. That's the only signs they're going to show, and I'll show you in a minute. But like I said, like this dude here, like I wouldn't be cool with this dude, Dylan Roof. Like he wouldn't make it around here. People would not be friendly to this type of dude. You know, like I just don't know where to get these people, man. I don't know. They almost seem like they're damn raised to do this shit from day one, because you don't find them in Pittsburgh, man. New symbols include the Dylan Roof bowl cut. I mean, everywhere I read this, all I can think of is you're saying if people have a bowl cut. What? So you can't wear a bowl cut? I mean, that's an ugly haircut anyway. But I mean, like, come on, man. What if like a 12-year-old got a bowl cut? I don't know. The hairstyle worn by Dylan Roof in 2015 when he fatally shot 9 people in a church in Charleston, South Carolina. Roof admirers often use his haircut to refer to themselves, such as using the word bull in screen names. The OK hand gesture is among the new entries. The symbol is used in some circles as a sincere expression of white supremacy. When making the gesture, 3 fingers from a W for white and the circle and the wrist form a P for power. Tarrant made the symbol when he appeared in court. Also added, the happy merchant an anti-Semitic meme of a Jewish man with heavily stereotyped facial features who is greedily rubbing his hands together. It has been added to the directory of hate symbols because it is by far the most popular anti-Semitic meme among white supremacists. I'm sorry I keep stopping here. Another one is the Pepe. I got it. I'll show you in a second. Mark Pitkovich, a senior fellow at the Center of Extremists, called these symbols the latest calling cards of hate. While some hate symbols are short-lived, others take on a life of their own and become tools for online trolling. Yeah, like the OK thing was trolls, dude. You into letting trolls get to you now? What about all the YouTubers get trolled by real hateful people, by people who are really, really hateful? You don't come defend none of them people. This is hypocrisy in its finest, and these are what these people are good for. They're hypocrites, all right? It's only fitting their narrative, man. I mean, look, you guys are all smart enough to see this. We pay special attention to those symbols that exhibit staying power as well as those that move from online usage into the real world. Yeah, well, this thing is really slow. Jeez, man. Come on, Lee. Come on.
People tell me all the time I have the craziest job, the riskiest job. The consequences underwater can escalate quickly.
Oh, man.
The next time she's...
Let's wait till this ad's over. Come on, man. Lee.
RetireYourRisk.org. We're all seeing hatred exposed on cell phones and social media, but of course, that's not what creates hate. It is what captures it. Now, you're going to hear some racial slurs in this story. Now, we're doing that specifically so that you can see what is really happening in America today as some Americans are facing a rising state of hate.
We're gonna kill all of you.
Across America, racism and anger once hidden in the shadows, now pouring out into the light. In Santa Monica, a racist tirade over a parking space. A message for Muslims in a car in North Dakota.
I'm gonna kill every one of you Muslims.
A black army veteran targeting and killing white police officers in Dallas. A landscaper abused in Los Angeles.
Why do you hate us? Because we're Mexicans? You sure you gonna do me to me?
Words of hate which seem to be banished, now brandished more and more often. The FBI says in 2017, hate crimes shot up 17%. The motivation for nearly 60% of those, the government says, was race, ethnicity, or ancestry.
She didn't see it coming.
Kevin Gunn's favorite aunt Vicki Jones survived cancer, but she could not survive hate. 67-year-old Jones and 69-year-old Maurice Stollard shot dead while grocery shopping, targeted because of their skin color, police say. They were black, the alleged shooter white. A white witness armed with a gun told his son what the shooter said while fleeing.
He said, please don't shoot or I won't shoot you. He said that whites don't kill whites.
What do you think about what was said?
It hurts. It's sad. It's terrible. People have the right to just exist.
The suspect, police say, could have caused far more carnage. Pastor Kevin Nelson says a parishioner saw him earlier at their church door.
He bangs on it, he pulls on it, and he backs up with his hand on the gun. So whoever would have opened it would have possibly gotten shot and killed.
His church began locking its doors after white supremacist Dylan Roof entered this predominantly black church, massacring 9 people as they prayed.
Dylan's a little creep.
Ken Parker knows something about the hate that motivated Dylan Roof. A Navy veteran, Parker says he was out of work and without direction. He joined the Ku Klux Klan and later a neo-Nazi group, their biggest selling point, making him feel he was important. part of a bigger cause.
They were looking at it as like, we're going to have a race war one day, and the more people on our side, the better.
At the time, Barack Obama was president. Some white supremacists touted the first black president as the #1 threat to white people.
And we would even joke amongst ourselves, like, hey, we're going to send President Obama a honorary membership to the Klan because he's our biggest recruiting tool.
Then came the election of President Donald J. Trump. White nationalists cheer his anti-immigration rhetoric. Racists who feared what they call the browning of America began believing President Trump was the answer to their prayers.
They want to have an all-white ethno-state where white people just live by themselves.
7 months after Trump's inauguration, Parker Virtually Broke paid $30 to help fill a bus of racists headed to Charlottesville, Virginia, for a protest about a Confederate monument. They dubbed it the Hate Bus, reminiscent of a bus from the 1960s created by another neo-Nazi.
On paper, we were just going up there to like stand up for the white race, but honestly, I think everybody was just going to, fight.
Violence does happen,
Okay, you see what they're trying to do here. The mainstream is disgusting, man. Disgusting. Just disgusting. I just don't. What about all the other shit going on, man? Like, I mean, look, they want to raise awareness to that. Whatever, go ahead. Because I don't condone. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not with them people. So I'm not saying that shit's alright. Whatever if it's true, but there's a lot of other stuff going on that they don't even talk about. That they don't even pay attention. Well, let's not say they don't pay attention to because we don't know where their attention is. Like, they know where my attention is and all your guys' attention is. They watch you, they hawk, and I'm going to show that too, how they're watching us, but it doesn't look like they're paying attention to it. It doesn't seem like they're paying attention to all the other stuff that's going on, all the other stuff they could be raising awareness to, because this is getting blown out of proportion. It is not this deep. It's not this deep, okay? And I know I'm not down south. I get it, but I've been down south. I got people on here from down south. I'm telling you, it is not this deep. It is not this deep. It's not like this, how they're making it. They're trying to paint an image that hate white people. They're trying to cause a race riot. It's the only thing I can think of. And they're trying to just make Christians the bad guy. Now, pay attention. This is their database, ADL's database. As well as with the OK sign. These are hate symbols. 111. Watch how many numbers are in here. So you can't even... Dude, this is censoring people's freedom of speech and freedom to how they want to use their hands and numbers and letters. And mind you, not one gang sign. All the gang violence in America, there's not one gang sign. Which, I'm just saying. 100%, 109, 110, 12, 13, 1352, 1390. Don't forget number 14 too. What? 14 words, 1423, 1488. Now this one been around for years. 18, 21, 212, 211, 23 hand sign, 2316, 28, 311, 318, 33, 6. These are all hate symbols, dude. This is ridiculous, man. 88. I mean, that's been their number since they've been around. And yeah, that's why right here. Yeah. Now, honestly, you know the only place I ever seen these was in prison. That's it. I've never seen these gangs on the street. And I get Pittsburgh might just be like that. I get it. I get they might be down south more. You know what I mean? I know in Arizona, they're big in Arizona because I was in prison with Arizona dudes that were from Arizona, got caught up here, and that's the people they were with. But I have never seen any of them on the street. I've only seen these gangs in prisons. That's it, in prisons. And most of them stop when they come to the street. They do that for safety in prison. That's why they're in prison. Look, man, I didn't even know this was a thing. So, I want to show you guys this. ADL, it's all on ADL, anti-defamation-league.org. Find all this stuff. Okay. Where do I have to go next? Not that one. Now, this, okay, revealed how the FBI targeted environmental activists' domestic terror investigations. Okay, they are definitely 110% paying attention to YouTubers and any type of activists. And this is a 62-year-old woman the feds were bothering in this article. If you go read it, or I'll put the link in the description. This is a 62-year-old woman that all over fossil fuels. They're bothering her because she is protesting fossil fuels. She's an environmental what's the word? Like she protests environmental things with the environment, stuff like that. Kind of like climate change, but not climate change. And the feds bothered her and all. And then this proves right here. This right here tells you they admitted it. Keystone protesters tracked at border after FBI spied on extremists. They spied on them. And these people got harassed. They got held for hours before a protest. They weren't allowed to protest. I'll put this one in the description too. I mean, look, man. And then remember the guy on Twitter, okay? Remember Sergeant Benjamin Anthony on Twitter, okay? Started following me. This is where he came from. I figured it out today. He's connected to ADL, the Anti-Defamation League. He's connected to him. That's where he came from. Point blank. I know that's where he came from now. He's connected to them. As soon as I started going on that site, I signed up for an email too. Remember that. I signed up to get an email by them so I could watch what they was doing and stuff. I wanted to pay attention to what they was doing, right? And mind you, they're real big on Pittsburgh because they always bring up the tree of life. So the fact I'm from Pittsburgh, I went on that site and now he's following me. Boom, that's it. I guarantee you that's it. That's how he started following me on Twitter. I guarantee it, man. I'd bet anything on it. I know it is. Hands down. As soon as I seen that dude was connected to ADL today, boom. It the heck struck a brain cell. Man, what else I have up here? I swear there was something else. Oh yeah. This. Okay, this. Dude, wait to hear what ADL is trying to do to this kid. I'm not gonna read it all. Okay, here we go. Here, Pepe the Frog. Get back to that. Pepe the Frog. This dude, look, a general hate symbol. Pepe the Frog? What? Pepe the Frog is a hate symbol. According to these people, ADL. And no, drinking milk is too. Don't forget about drinking your milk in public is now a hate symbol. Dude, what? Oh, you thought I was lying? Milk, the new symbol of racism in Donald Trump's America. Milk. Dude, this is not a joke. They're serious. They think milk is neo-Nazi. Okay? And then, come on. Why is it so slow now? I just want to point this out, that they have already, this is older, okay? Look, 2017, Anti-Defamation League, tech firms team to fight online hate. They teamed up with Facebook, Twitter, Google, and Microsoft, okay? So these people are definitely online. They're definitely online. That's their lead right there. That's their lead to their big investigation is online. They watch people online. So believe me or not, you can think I'm crazy psycho. These people want your YouTube channel. They want it taken down. If you say anything about Israel, they want you gone. And that's why a lot of these truthers are backing off from it because they're not truthers. If you were a truther, you're going to talk about what the truth is. And I mean, as much as I wish it wasn't, that's the truth. That's the truth. That's the truth. Okay? That's the truth. Okay? That's why I can't make a dime on YouTube. I'm talking about from Google. I want Google's money. I don't want your donations. I want Google's money. That's the money I want. I want their money. Yeah, you're right. I do. I want Google's money. Cherry Creek students investigated by police after anti-Semitic Snapchat post causes alarm. Do you believe that ADL went to Congress? Bro, they went to Congress and brought this up. They're trying to get teenagers charges pressed against teenagers. Okay, now what happened was they put up a Snapchat and it says it was a picture of him and his boys. Me and my boys exterminate. Okay, but the kids are saying that however the Snapchat photo got out, they're saying the Snapchat photo got out and those words ended up on. So the kids are like, yo, look, I didn't write that. We didn't write that. Now look, they could be lying or they might be just telling the truth. They might be telling the truth. Remember that. They definitely might be telling the truth. Now, they're kids. They make mistakes. They're teenagers. You're talking about they want charges filed on these kids for this. They want for words, man. From kids especially. I don't care if it was adults. It's words. And no, I do not condone the words. I don't co-sign that. That's not what this means. What it means is that people make mistakes. Kids do things they don't mean. People do things they don't mean. Doesn't mean they're going to do it. Now, I get it. People are doing it nowadays. Well, who really knows how these acts are taking place and what happens to a person before they do that or anything, And look, man, I don't want people to get hurt either. I want the violence to go down too. All right, I've been in violence my entire freaking life. Trust me. I don't want to be all wrapped up in violence all the time. Neither. No one does. I get that. I'm not pushing that. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that these are kids, man. They're talking about pressing charges on teenagers. Like filing charges, criminal charges on them for this, for a Snapchat, man, bro, that's ridiculous, man. And luckily, the sheriff of Cherry County, right, Cherry Creek, she says she doesn't want to, but she don't know. She might file charges, but not like high felonies or anything like that, because she don't think they were considered dangerous. So, hopefully she doesn't file any charges because they don't deserve that. It was a Snapchat, and who knows, the picture might have got sent around by friends, and then maybe friends that didn't like that group of people, or not friends, but you know how little cliques are in high school. Maybe the other clique put that up on their picture and then sent it around and made it look like it was them. Possible, okay? I don't think you can start saying teenagers are anti-Semitic. Now, I pulled this up because where you at, ADL? Where you at? ADL, I don't see you saying nothing to none of these people that push your agenda. Where you at? Where you at? Because the 666 is the same as the OK sign. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. Look at her. Look at them. Look at them. Where is ADL at now? That's what I want to know. Anti-Defamation League. Where are you at? They're all throwing up the OK symbol right now. Let's see if you end up in their inbox. Let's see if you follow them on Twitter. APAC. Look, where are you at? Because according to, as far as I know, this is your buddy right here. That was the old Pope. Never mind. Where are they at, guys? I'm really curious. Why ain't you saying nothing to this chick here, huh? Biggest demon worshiper of them all. The devil worshiper. Look at her. Look at her. Oh, she's throwing up the W and the P. You see the W, and then the wrist is the P, along with the thumb and index. Huh? Wow. These people are smart. They got them guys figured out, let me tell you. Yeah. Not so much. But anyway, Yeah, where's the Bieber fever? Who got Bieber fever right now? ADL, do you have Bieber fever? ADL, do you have the Bieber fever? Is that why you didn't go Justin Bieber throwing up the OK sign? The OK sign? Dude, you guys gotten beyond petty with this one, man. You can't drink your milk in public or you're a white suprema. I done said the word so many times, but I'm not going to say it that time. Oh, man, what else? Do you ever think that maybe they should be covering things like this? Look at this. Should I move the tab? That. Yeah. No. That's a girl that whoops dudes' asses. That is a female that beats up grown men in the ring. You know why? The world's first transgender pro boxer is now the face of iconic boxing brand Everlast. Here's how he did it. My bad, it is a dude. But no, it's a female. It's a female that beats up dudes. That's what it is. Patricia Manuel. Female that beats up dudes now, okay? This is the stuff that they are saying is good and okay to do, and hey man, little guy in school, instead of being anti-Semitic, do trans. Instead, why don't you transition your sex? This is the shit they're talking about. This is the shit that they're making okay. They're making this shit okay. And it's against the Bible. So, to me, it all comes down to good and evil, devil and God. They're trying to make the devil as the good guy, just like the show Lucifer. You know what I mean? The show Lucifer makes the devil out to be a good guy, But no, find God, find Christ, through Jesus, pray to Him, and ask for forgiveness for your sins. Repent. Repent. Ask for forgiveness, and forgive those who sin upon you. And maybe one day we'll all meet again in a better place than this. It's Iggy MB5679. Checking out.